remember being a kid and like looking up in the stars and going, man, I wish someday someone like myself, someone that's not an astronaut, could go up into space one day. Man, that would be the day. If only someone like myself could go up into space one day, someone who is not an astronaut. Somebody like myself who is not an astronaut could go up into space one day. Man, that would be the day. Okay, so maybe not everybody had that idea, but that idea is coming to reality thanks to the founder of Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson. He's bringing that idea to reality. And if you don't know, Virgin Galactic is a commercial spacecraft. It's the first of their kind, commercial spacecraft tourism company. And we're going to be looking at it today. Today we're going to be looking at Virgin Galactic. We're going to be looking at major news around that company, Virgin Galactic. We're going to be looking at, what's happened with their stock price since their IPO. We're going to be looking at future projections of Virgin Galactic. And we're going to wrap up with the idea in question on whether or not I think Virgin Galactic, or ticker symbol SPCE, is a buy in my eyes. So, let's get into it. Welcome back, everybody, or if you're new here, my name is Sean Lucas, and today we're going to be covering the company Virgin Galactic, or ticker symbol SPCE. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so Virgin Galactic is a British spaceflight company that is developing commercial spacecraft and aims to bring space flights for tourists along with launches for space science missions. It was founded in 2004 by Richard Branson and Burt Rutan. And the first thing I did when I was, looking up this company is I went onto their website. And going onto their website, it gives you a couple options to choose from. It has like their vision, their purpose, and their mission statements. We're going to be looking at a few of those right now. So let's start off with their purpose statement. Virgin Galactic recognizes that the answers to many of the challenges we face in sustaining life on our beautiful but fragile planet lie in making better use of space. Sending people to space has not only expanded our understanding of science, but taught us amazing things about human ingenuity, physiology, and psychology. From space, we are able to look with a new perspective both outward and back. From space, the borders that are fought over Earth are arbitrary lines. From space, it is clear that there is much more that unites than divides us. So this little statement right here kind of makes me feel like it's, it's a little over-exaggerated, a little over-explained. I just feel like they're trying to do that to, wrangle up all the rich people to get them excited for the future. So that's just my take on that little statement. But let's move on to their mission statement. Using space for good. We are the world's first commercial spaceline and vertically integrated aerospace company. With our sister company, the Spaceship Company, we are developing and operating a new generation of space vehicles to open up space for everyone. Our mission to be the spaceline for Earth means we focus on using space for good while delivering an unparalleled customer experience. We recognize that improving access to space is a fundamental, challenging ambition. We will achieve it only in spirit of collaboration with a recognition that we must continually learn and can always improve. Just to take a step back and analyze that statement for a bit, I think as an aspect for humans in technology and the way we are moving forward and bettering, both of those things, I think the next step is probably space, and that space is something that we need to conquer. And it's kind of cool that companies like Virgin Galactic and SpaceX and probably a few others that I've missed, but they are on the forefront of trying to conquer space. It sounds kind of weird, but yeah, that's kind of what they're trying to do. I mean, yes, we've sent spaceships into space before, and we may or may not have gone to the moon in 1969, but those were like individual missions that didn't happen all the time because how costly they were. And I think some of the companies that are doing such things as space, going into space, they're doing it because if we really want to be a multiplanetary, species, we're going to have to end up making, bringing more people to the game of space travel so that the cost can come down and more people can do it. But moving on to their vision, a new space age. We are at the vanguard of a new industry, pioneering the next generation for reusable space vehicles. We aim to transform the current cost, safety, and environmental impact of space launch. In doing so, we are helping to create for the first time a basic space access infrastructure that will act as an enabler for scientists and entrepreneurs. It will also provide the catalyst for a new age of space exploration, which promises enormous positive potential for life on Earth. My take on that statement for their vision statement is that they understand that they need to keep the cost down, and they say that in the first few sentences of that statement, where they're trying to keep the cost down. They're doing that by making reusable spacecrafts, just like SpaceX. Now, moving on to what has happened since their IPO. Virgin Galactic went public in October 28th of 2019 for about $10.75. And ever since then, the price has either jumped around, gone super high up to the moon, gone down to $6.09, 90 cents, sorry. Don't get me wrong. Now, if you are a longtime viewer of this channel, you'd know that I've talked in the past about my buddy, my old roommate, my good friend Patch. Now, Patch bought into this company relatively quickly. I don't know if it was during the IPO day or the IPO week, but I do know it was relatively quickly. And after listening to Mr. Patch talk about Battlestar Galactica for a month, I finally caved in and did some research into the company and ended up buying some shares as well. Let me, mind you, this was probably late November or early December, so before that whole spike up in price. So the low within the first year of the company being public was $6.90. I think I've said that earlier in the video, but the high touched around $42.49. And like I said, Patch probably bought in late October, early November, and I bought in probably late November, early December. So we got to ride this huge spike up where, I know I did. I'm not going to speak on his behalf, but I took some profits right here and bought back in when it was down here. So actually worked out to my advantage. So when it did hit 42.49, it hit it for a brief moment and then brought back down to earth and hovered around the $15 to $20 range. This right here is where I'm talking about. And it did that for probably 4.5 months until recently when it popped off in early July. Popped off right back up to high of $27. For some apparent reason. I really don't know why it did that. There might have been some hype. Really have no clue. So just by looking at this chart right here, you can see that the price control is right around $16.31, and the price currently is $19.39. Yesterday, when I was finalizing the script for this video, it was at $20.72. So either way, it's still above the price control, and I guess that's dope. But you can see that there's 2 red days, and I'm going to touch on that in a little bit. And just by judging by the volume profile right here, you can see that we're kind of in a volume pocket, like I've stated out in numerous videos, and that could be why the stock is falling so much right now. Not just because of the bad news in Q2. There's not as many people who have bought and sold in this area, so it's easier to cut through. So for the short term, I don't think it would be outrageous for this stock to touch back into. It's obviously in the it's now in the $19 range, but yesterday I was saying the $19 to $15 range. So obviously right here where the biggest price shelf is and where the price control is. And I don't think it would be outrageous to say that that's going to happen sometime soon, which at that point I think would be a safe place or a good place to actually pick up some more shares if you ever wanted to get into this company. But hey, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take what I say and buy shares. You got to go talk to a financial advisor. So the reason I keep talking about price is because one ticket to get on their spacecraft is $250,000. And the flight only lasts 2.5 hours. That's like $1,670 every minute. You do get to unbuckle your seat and float around zero gravity for a little bit, so it's worth it. There are only 6 tourists that can go on each flight, and I'm not really sure how many crew members that involves either. But during this past week, Virgin Galactic actually ended up posting a video showing what inside the spacecraft actually looks like, and it shows all the seats, the windows, inside the cab, the whole 9 yards. And I gotta say, it looks pretty sweet. Definitely super futuristic. For some reason, it reminded me of Interstellar, like the inside of one of the Interstellar things. So I don't know. And I just want to point out something right now that in regards to companies that I've been investing into as of late. During this whole pandemic, I've been taking a step back and investing into companies because of the potential they could have one day. Not just because a company's safe or because that company's going to give me a dividend, but because I see this company's stock price at a reasonable point. And I know I'd be kicking myself in the butt years down the road if I didn't put some money towards it as a speculation play. So right now, Virgin Galactic is a space tourism company. That's what they do. That's what they're planning on doing right now. They already have over 700 people signed up to go on a flight, and each sign up is a $1,000 deposit. So that means they're actually getting money coming in rather than some companies that have recently gone public and may have lied about how many people, how many sales they're gonna get. I'm not gonna name any of them, but they rhyme with Piccola. But one thing that was said in one of their statements, I think it was their vision statement, is that they're looking for scientists and entrepreneurs. I think it'd be very possible for them to be planning on expanding further in a broader spectrum than just space tourism, this thing that is just for the rich, for an experience, to a more open category of, oh, where do you want to be? Oh, and how fast do you need to be there? Okay, you need to be in Australia in 2.5 hours? Done. We're there. Just to be clear, everybody, a flight from where I live to Australia is about a day and 11 hours. I looked it up for tickets, and it's about $1,300 for a round trip. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still, you got to factor in all the hotel costs and this, that, and the other thing. So now, I would imagine the price of a ticket from where I live to Australia in 2.5 hours would be anywhere between 2x and 5x of what a normal first class ticket would cost on a normal slow plane, a normal, I was going to say Spirit, but come on. You're not flying to Australia on a Spirit plane. Or maybe you would. But anyways, I think the high speed, travel is something that space I was going to say SpaceX. It's something that Virgin Galactic definitely can have their eyes set on. So now we're moving on to current news around, Virgin Galactic, or ticker symbol SPCE. Now, during the writing of this video, the Q2 earnings were announced for Virgin Galactic, and they came back that they missed them. It was estimated negative 28 cents per share, and actual was negative 30 cents per share. Regardless, it was still negative. So I don't know. It doesn't matter to me that much. I don't know how to say this without sounding stupid. I'm trying to sound less wrong. Okay, it really didn't matter to me that much that they missed it by an extra 2 cents per share. That's just me. But as you guys know, being profitable isn't something that is as common nowadays for companies that are bringing innovative technology into the world, especially the ones that are being trailblazers for a new industry. I hope you guys picked up on a little bit of sarcasm. Other news on Virgin Galactic is that they've announced former Disney president, former Disney president, Michael Cole Glazer, I believe his name is. He has left Disney and become the new CEO of Virgin Galactic. Now, he managed international parks for Disney, their international theme parks at Hong Kong, Shanghai, Paris, and Tokyo, I believe. So, pretty big player in their whole scheme of things. Other news is that Ark Invest has invested over $7 billion into Virgin Galactic. Ark Invest is a global asset manager specializing in thematic investing in disruptive innovation. The firm is rooted in over 40 years of experience in investing in technologies that should deliver outsized growth as industries transform. So, that's pretty big news. $7 billion is a lot of money. And in other news, it was just announced yesterday when writing the video that the Rolls Royce and Virgin Galactic, they've made a deal to collaborate for high-speed spacecraft travel. So, that is almost exactly what I was talking about earlier. So guys, now we're at the point of the video where I tell you guys whether or not I think Virgin Galactic, or ticker symbol SPCE, is a buy in my eyes, obviously not yours because you should see a financial advisor, but taking in consideration of everything that I've said in this video thus far. Their business may not seem like a great business right now, considering that the space tourism is more like a spectacle for rich people, but the broader range of things that they can do to venture off, and the more people that get into the game to bring down the cost of space travel, I think there's endless opportunity for this company, or any space company for that matter. I think space is probably the next, even though we've already been there, the only way for the human race to keep progressing is probably going further into space. And that would involve, like I've said numerous times in this video, more players in the game to bring the cost down. And I want to say before I wrap up with the statement here, because I know people jump around to the end of the video trying to find out whether or not I said it's a buy or not. I have money invested into Virgin Galactic, and I wanted to get that out of the way because I know if I say go buy it, my massive following would go buy, and then the SEC would be down my neck going, hey, you're I can't even say it with a straight face. The SEC would think, you're trying to pump the stock. And I'd say, I know, my fan base is pretty huge. I know if I said go buy, there would be a weird jump in volume for that day. So guys, make sure to do your own research. But with the whole Rolls Royce partnership / deal thing that is coming together right now, I think my hypothesis of what I said earlier from high-speed, spacecraft travel, I think it's probably going to be happening sooner than later, and that would make me even more bullish on this company. So if you had to ask me or Patch if we had to do it all over again, knowing what we know now, there wouldn't be a hesitation in my mind. So, well, guys, that is all that I have for you for right now. You can catch me on Sunday for our normal stock market video. And be sure to keep your eye out to watch the update or weekly vlog of the paperclip trade-up series that I've been doing. We're starting to get some serious traction with that. So until next time, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's 4. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Has this been here the whole time?